Welcome to part three. We are joined by Kent, my good pal, who's been with me from day dot, nearly 8 years. How are you doing, Kent?
Good evening, Russell. How's it going, bro?
How's your mum?
Fantastic, thank you. Everything's good, thank you.
Good. I always admire somebody your age, Kent, who goes to work. You work a few jobs, don't you? And you look after your mum. And obviously, I'm sorry to sit here. Your dad's passed away a bit back. So I think that's very commendable. So I'm going to tip my hat to you, Kent. That's why I like you.
Thank you. As it says in the Bible, honor thy father, mother. So I try my best to be as good a person as I can daily.
Well,
Thank
that's
you.
good. Max lost his dad a few years back, and he's very similar to you. So I've got a lot of time for Max. He comes to see me every now and then and rings me. But yeah, so it's very commendable. Uh, Tyson Fury is retired again. He's not retired again. Does anybody even care anymore? Is he going to fight somebody?
So what? Who cares?
Yeah. Is that all we're going to give him today, Kent?
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Dillian White says he's not done. What does our Kent think from Belfast?
I I remember watching Hasim Rahman
Yeah,
fighting Alexander Povetkin,
yeah,
and I knew when he was walking into the ring that this guy, if he gets up the steps, that's the victory. And Dillian White could just about get through the ropes.
yeah,
I fancied, obviously, I spoke, my friend likes it better too, and my mate Trevor, and he says, "What do you think?" I says, "One round." I says, if Dillian White gets through the first minute of the fight, it's a miracle. And I get smashed. I thought the first shot was on top of the head. Thought the referee should have spoke to him, but he was ducking. But that was the performance that I expected of Moses Atama against an absolutely washed, done Dillian White. For somebody to come in so late at his age with the wear and tear on his body and with his punch resistance was absolutely mad. I don't know who advised that. Buddy McGirt, the guy that doesn't even watch his fighters' opposition. It's just an absolute embarrassment. So it was. I thought it was an awful. I don't think it helps Moses at all going forward. It's just a name on the record.
yeah. So, okay. Do you think Dylan White's never ever gonna ever win a world title, Kent, now?
He's more chance of winning a. I've more chance of winning a heavyweight world title than him.
Honestly.
Yeah, yeah. He's absolutely rinsed. Who's he going to beat?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't see him winning a world title. All them people that were selling that fight as a 50-50, and I mean, it's even Super being jumped on it. Oh, Dylan White's left hook, and he's experienced and he's capable and he's durable. I always say this, when they start saying because capable and durable, because Dennis always used to that to me, and he once said to me, Dennis, why don't we get Tom Little in with Cash Ali? Tom's capable. And I said, Dennis, every time you say somebody's capable, they get flogged. He said, oh, he's a capable fighter, Tom. I like him. He's my pal. So I always think capable means they're going to get beat up. Do you?
When was the last time Dillian White knocked anybody out with his left hook? We looked at that fight against
Was it Chisora? No?
Ebenezer Tate fight before
Yeah.
that, and that big lad stiffened his legs a few times, and you're just saying, right, you'd be mad to even take that Moses fight, mad. So he probably took the fight with a guaranteed fight coming off it, with guaranteed money. So that's why he's coming back. It's probably a fight with probably signed the contract with a guaranteed fight after it with a certain purse. But it's absolutely rinsed, Russell.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone at game, isn't he? He's gone at game, and he,
He's done, absolutely done.
yeah. Uh, Women's boxing, Kent. Is it done?
I don't watch it, so I don't know.
Katie Taylor, is she done?
She's selling out. Obviously had that big win against Serrano, and you know what? If you were Katie Taylor, you wouldn't. The only fight she would be hanging on for is the big fight in Croke Park, which she'll get paid a lot of money for. It'll be nostalgia. It'll be the national hero coming back to Ireland. So I would like Katie to get that fight. I think she deserves it. I think she's been a patron of sport in Ireland, and I think she deserves it. But I don't see that happening down there.
Don't you?
No,
Unreal, innit? Unreal. Eubank Ben, I seen Eubank and Ben going at it. Ben's on Sky getting the carte blanche. He had glasses on. He said, "I'm gonna knock you out this time," and blah de blah. And do you think really
I
swam?
don't. Who cares that we've all bought into that emotionally? We've bought
Yeah,
into that first
yeah,
fight. It was all romanticized. It was all. I couldn't go through that again emotionally. I don't think a lot of fans would either. I don't think
yeah.
I don't think it would. No matter how good the fight was, I don't think you could sell that again. I wouldn't want to see it again.
The light heavyweight division. Anthony Yard's got a tough fight. Do we commend him because he either goes in with killers or he goes in with low tier guys? Is there any middle ground, or is it all about his trainer and lion bars in the fridge? Dream it, believe it, become it.
He's no choice, really. There's no choice. He's not going to get offered. I think now with Riyadh season, there's no choice. You're offered a fight. If you take it, great. If you don't, that's you out. You've no other. There's no other option. It's kind of the way UFC work. You're offered a fight. If you don't take it, that's it.
Yeah,
He's no other choice to fight uh, Benavidez. It's either fight him or fight nobody. That's
yeah,
that's the bottom line. The Boatsi fight, obviously Boatsi was beat by Callum Smith.
yeah.
I
Convincingly as well, wasn't he, really?
comprehensively, convincingly.
Comprehensively. Callum Smith basically shown him up, didn't he?
He
So
fought him.
that's
He
another
fought
one.
him.
His trainer, Virgil Hunter, who Terry always goes on about. I don't know if Terry does this to troll me, because I admire Frotcher's record. I don't know if Terry does it to troll me, but Virgil Hunter has had one world champion, right? But he's supposed to be this go-to guy, isn't he? And he's only had Ward. Everybody else he seems to have fucking ruined. He ruined Angolo, didn't he? And that other guy, what were he called now? He's ruined a few, hasn't he?
Boatsi looks like a different person.
Yeah,
His balance is awful. The way he throws his right hand is terrible. He looks like a novice. His head's so high up. His guard is non-existent. Boatsi used to have really dangerous hand speed. Like you would be worried as somebody with Joshua Boatsi's hand speed. And looking at it now, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. All the fundamentals that made Joshua Boatsi a decent fighter, he doesn't have them qualities anymore. And that's not with age. Obviously, as a fighter gets older, they lose certain sharpness and balance, but they don't use it all like as quick as that. He lost all of those qualities without having a hard fight. It was just going to a coach and completely changing his style. And I thought he looked awful. I thought he even looked awful against Willie Hutchison. In Riyadh as well, it was on the Joshua and Dubois undercard. That was actually one of the first fights of that night. But he just looks awful, and that's all down to even Amir Khan was awful with him.
yeah. He's
Also,
on
I
about
think
having a comeback, isn't he, Amir Khan? On about coming back.
Well, he's hopefully now served his drugs ban, so he can
Yeah,
come back.
no, yeah, Amir Khan doping up for Kell Brook. What's all that about? He didn't get as much hammer as Conor Benn, though, did he, Amir Khan?
No, no, I think it's because he retired after it and
Yeah,
he announced his retirement, so I think that's the reason why. And plus, it actually happened after the event, way down the line, so it wasn't exactly red hot news. It wasn't as red hot as the piss test.
yeah. You know these piss tests they have before the fight. Why don't they just do a test there and then instead of letting him in ring if they've tested dirty?
I think it's a disgrace that these guys are popping and still allowed to fight. And what happens if something happened with it doesn't take weeks or months to actually go in the lab and check out a test. A pharmacist could do that in 5 minutes. It should be protocol that states that you fail the test, you can't get in the rings. Yeah, it's just the whole system's just completely flawed. So it has, and it's a and the system is so open now. All you need to do is get a good solicitor and question the policy and the procedures and the way things are done, and it's just an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, isn't it? Bad, isn't it?
Awful, absolutely awful.
Yeah. David Adelaide, couple of whispers. He might have parted ways with Queensbury. What do you make of that?
I don't really, whispers are whispers. It's
Yeah.
less you see it in black and white, or he was always a sea level guy at Queensbury.
You
Actually,
think?
Frank Frank Warren got him a lot of opportunities. Well, he won a British title with him, and he was given an absolutely massive chance against Philip Hergovich, and he only fought for a minute of that fight, and blew his opportunity of possibly getting a world title fight after it.
Yeah.
I said that we had that. Obviously, he had that Wardley chance, Wardley run through him. He had that Jimmy TKV win, which was questionable, and he had that performance against uh, Philip Hergovic, where a part of the fight he looked like he could have won it, but the rest of the fight he done absolutely nothing, nothing, and he's only himself to blame.
Yeah, it's madness, isn't it? Did you have him to beat Ergovic, Ken?
No,
No.
no, ability ways, experience ways, ring generalship. There's no way that he could land a big shot on Filip Pergovic, and he is a big puncher, but he hasn't got enough elite level experience to go in with somebody like Hergovic. And I thought Hergovic in that fight was really good. His job was fantastic. I think working now with Abel Sanchez is the best thing he's ever done. He works really well with heavyweights. They're trained up in Big Bear. He looked really fit. That's the leanest I've seen him. That's the fittest I've seen him. That's the most output that I've seen of Filip Perkovic. I think working with Abel Sanchez is the best thing that happened to his career, other than working with obviously Ronnie Shields. It didn't work out, but the way he stopped that cut, there's not many people in boxing could have stopped that cut in the time that Abel Sanchez did. He's a top class coach, elite level coach. That's somebody that probably AJ should have went to 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He's a top level coach, and you can see the difference in Filip Perkovic now than when he was with Ronnie Shields.
I know. Ronnie Shields is a bit of a mercenary, like Buddy McGirt, though. I'm not keen on any of them Yanks, you know me.
Yeah, yeah, he's turned into that type of guy that he'll just go in there to camps and do this and do that for 4 and 5 week
He
stints.
did Bugatti, didn't
Yes, he did. He helped the return of Gotti. You know, obviously after the Ivan Robinson
he? Yeah,
fights, and it was
I remember.
Gotti's career was like going nowhere, and obviously he teamed up with Buddy McGirt. He had that really good Tyrone Millet win. Obviously the Mickey Ward trilogy, and then obviously they fed him to Mayweather, which Buddy McGirt shouldn't advised Gotti never to take that fight. He should have never. Obviously, obviously Gotti took a fight against De La Hoya as well, but that damaging loss to Mayweather really hurt his career. You know, obviously I, I've never seen Mayweather beat anybody up before, but he well apart from Hatton, he beat up Manchuro.
Well, it is what it is. What do you think to Mayweather against Mike Tyson? Do you think that happens?
That's dog shit.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people getting that ideas about having comebacks and they're in later years and that. Glenn McCrory got it in his head he was going to fight Roy Jones and he put all his emotions into that and it didn't happen. And look what's happened to Glenn.
That's poor. Like it's sad to be honest with you, but
Yeah, yeah,
doing
you
all
can't
these
bring
comeback fights and all this,
yeah.
it's just absolute shite. So it is. It's just ripping the arse out of it, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel for Glenn McCrory. I'd like to see him make a comeback in media and just clean his act up and then go again.
Well, there's a lot of the YouTube platforms that could be out there talking to him and maybe do a series with him, same as what they do with Flex.
Yeah.
Somebody should do that with him. I'm sure it would get a lot of views because he's seen and been at boxing for 25 years, a time where he's probably seen a lot, and I think he would have a lot of stories to
Well, he
tell.
got shafted at Sky, didn't he? Bean's out on his ear. He's out on his ear. There's only Horsecock left, isn't there?
Well, that's
I
because
don't
there's no
mind Johnny
boxing.
Horsecock, to be honest, because he's always in mix, but actually, I don't mind him. I thought he were cringe when Eddie were at Sky, but you know, in last couple of years, I've sort of warmed to Horsecock, really, because he's being a bit more outspoken and telling it as it is. It's like the shackles are off, do you think?
Yeah, well, Sky's no boxing now, and I think he kind of knew it was coming to the end, so he could probably say whatever he wanted. So, and he knew he was safe at Sky. So, I'm not gonna shout off the rooftops for Johnny Nelson because
Okay,
he's
we'll put it like this then. When Ben Shalom got on at Sky, there were a lot of backbiting from Spotty Frank and Eddie Hills, the 7-0 Iceman from Billy Ricky 5 by way off, but only footage is him knocking Spotty Frank about. And Johnny used to roast Eddie. He's always roasted Bricktop because they never got on. But now all of a sudden, Johnny's team Bricktop and and a Frotch interview in Frotch's garden in Marbella, and Frotch were baiting him to sink Eddie, and he just batted it off and went, no, no, Eddie's my guy and all that. And I thought, wow, what an about turn by Horsecock. So, what do you think?
I think it's probably just he knows Frank Warren and Riyadh season are very close, so it's probably looking
Yeah,
some Riyadh money.
yeah, it's an interesting one, Kent, isn't it?
Probably looking a holiday.
Hey?
He's probably looking a holiday.
Yeah, well, do you think if Sky, and from what I'm hearing behind the scenes, there's various people in the industry have been approached and have been down to Grant Way to see if they can get in the mix, small all guys and blah de blah. They're saying it's going to be 2026 where they're going to make a decision. Well, obviously, because it's October next month and they've not got much lined up, have they, on Sky? But the point I want to make is, will they just buy odd bit of stuff in, do you think, and leave it at
That's what
that?
they'll
Or do
do.
you think, eh?
it'll be international stuff they'll bring in, and they'll
Yeah.
sit around a studio and they'll do bits. I don't think they're going to invest the way they did. Sky makes more money on football than on darts than anything else. But they're going to invest. It's like putting out, they've invested in an extra 100 games more this year in the Premier League, so they're going to get more money off that. The darts is huge. The numbers they get of that and advertising is massive. So the way they're seeing it is we're not really at a loss here because the numbers weren't good. They started off good, but it just it skyrocketed down on a downward trajectory. It just absolutely skyrocketed.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, Kent, moving forward. And that's about it, really. 20 to 10.
Here,
We've done
we're
20
not gonna we're not gonna do we've done 3 videos here and we haven't spoke about about Crawford and Colano.
Yeah, I'm just coming to that now. If you just let me finish in me, they call this an outro. We've done a lot, and I just want to finish off on Crawford, Canelo. Over to you, Kent. Let's roll with it, and we'll wrap it up after this.
I'm gonna go with Crawford to beat him.
I am.
I look at both fighters turn pro at the exact same weight. Uh, Obviously Crawford's got the longer reach. He's taller. He can fight southpaw. He can fight orthodox. At long range, he's deadly. At mid range, he's deadly. Inside, he's very, very accurate as a puncher.
Yeah,
Colano was stronger than him physically. He's very heavy footed. He can't move his head anymore. He's averaging 18 shots around throwing. His performance against Skull was dreadful. And I just think when they get in there on Saturday night, Sunday morning, they're gonna it's gonna be it's not like Hagler Leonard where it's a welterweight against a middleweight. They have both fought at the same weights whole way up their career. Just Colano had that opportunity of cherry picking his way up, easy weights, middleweight and super middleweight. The last lot of years has been a graveyard of boxing divisions. They have been trash. So if Crawford wanted to do that after the Spence win, he could have won them fights. So I'm gonna go with Bud Crawford. I think when they get in there, they're gonna be in with an exceptionally talented athlete and
well,
boxer.
I'm gonna go Crawford in the championship rounds by TKO.
Well, I'm gonna go Crawford points. I think he's gonna be really big, really strong, really fast, and he's gonna confuse Colano, really confuse him. So a lot of people are arguing with that, so it's up to them to think that. But I'm a Bud Crawford man, so I'm gonna go with Bud Crawford
41
to
and 0,
win.
Bud Crawford. Can he make it to 42? The nervous 40s, they call him, don't they? Like Larry Holmes.
Like this guy's just on a different planet. Obviously the Maginov fight, he looked poor.
And his
Maginov took
hardest fight with Ricky Burns.
that was a tough fight. Actually, I
When
actually
Ricky
remember
Burns
a guy.
got,
Yeah, I actually remember a guy came into my work one night and he was like, "Here, Kent, what do you think? I'm going to put 500 on Ricky Burns." And I'm like, "No." I says, "This guy, I've been following this guy for a long time as an amateur. This guy is going to be the next superstar in the next 15 years, 10, 15 years. This guy is elite, elite." I used to see that £500, put it on Crawford. And he looked at me, he was like, and even to this day, when he sees me, he says, "Oh, remember you gave me that good bet." He's only out of jail there, and
yeah.
I actually bumped into him, and he was like, "Can't remember you." Every time I see him without fail, he always brings that up. So I'm gonna go with Terence Crawford. Crawford's frame. He's got that type of genetic frame that you can put muscle on him and it'll not slow him down. It'll be all working working muscle, and
Yeah,
he's a fantastic athlete. Yes, yes, that frame of his is a frame that you can put lean muscle on and still be really functional, really functional. So I'm going to go with Crawford.
yeah.
I think he's too good. He's too skilled. He's just he's one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen, ever.
Okay. Okay, Kent. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure. I'm not doing anything tomorrow because I'm at hospital regarding my tendons and my broken hand, and but I'll be back Friday. But there's all these will be out next 48 hours. I want to thank you for coming on, Kent. You've been a real tonic.
You're very welcome, Russell, and I hope you get sorted out with your injuries to your
Yeah.
hands. And that's sure that's been extremely difficult for you the last
Uh,
couple of weeks, but you're getting through it.
yeah.
You know, you're
Uh,
you're you're getting scans, you're getting help. So just stick it out. You've been through worse, let me tell you. You
I
have
know.
been through worse.
I have. Hey, Kent, next time I'm on, I hope you're going to wear your Tom Platz Gold's Gym t-shirt. Pop, pop, bang. Go, brother. You take care and
Top
keep
man,
love.
top man, bro.
Cheers, mate. Bye. Well, that were Kent and his hairy arm. Hope you're well, Kent. Have a good evening. Go steady on that Bacardi. That's about it, really. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Don't forget to click on the link pinned in the comment section. Human Nutrients. Check it out. Take you straight to the website. That's about it. Pokies International is up and running. Get yourself on YouTube, subscribe and have a little nosy. Go on, peace out. I'll be back Friday. Pop, pop, bang. But the members area is chocker full of videos. Booyaka!